To the game. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game. They tend to have the advantage.
So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time, they're led by their quarterback, originally drafted back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Here we have a guy, Mike, in Garoppolo that has really experienced everything there is throughout his entire NFL career. Spent the first half of his career as a backup to arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. Then he gets traded and eventually leads his own team to the Super Bowl. But now, at this point of his career, he's kind of transitioning back to more of a supporting role. But make no mistake about it, you can win a lot of games with him under center.
And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
Ready?
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Ready?
Garoppolo fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On the set.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready, ready.
Up the middle they go. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Ready up. Ready. Hot, hot.
Jimmy to throw. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Noah Fant was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Come on, come on. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Set, go.
Garoppolo now. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Eric Dickerson. Touchdown, Lions. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
And now, after that opening touchdown, the offense is going to stay out and go for 2.
Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. So the aggressiveness pays off right away, and just like that, the lead is 8-0.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
To return, it's Antonio Gibson. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen, like that one, the kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7.
Ready. 70 Timberwolf. Ready.
To throw is Garoppolo. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on 1st and goal.
Set. 70 Lion. Ready.
Here's a run. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Work done. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
To the line comes Garoppolo, as they will go for two.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll try for it with the fullback. And he's in for the two-point conversion to make it 16-0.
It doesn't happen often in the NFL, Mike, but there is nothing better when the entire stadium, the opposing team, everybody knows what play is coming, and they still can't stop it. Man, what a feeling for an offense, and it's exactly the case here.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now Wilson on the designed run. Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup.
They went to the designed quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's got the tight end, Luke Farrell. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
That's into the hands of the fullback. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. 3rd down and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Oh, they had a shot there and hit it the 5, but it continues into the end zone, and it will come back out to the 20. The Lions offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Set, go.
Now Garoppolo. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce.
Here we go.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now Garoppolo. Quick hitting slant there. 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Get up.
A handoff here, up the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, Detroit.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The 49ers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now Russ. A diving effort there, but he can't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. He'll complete that to his fullback. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
To return is Johnson. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Go! Ready?
Now it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And he did everything he could. He's trying to keep this play alive, but there's just too much penetration from this defensive front, and they end up taking him down behind the line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Come on, set! Hut, hut!
Now a give up the middle. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
This is one of those plays where you got to give them some love after. Let them know it was an outstanding run and all of that. Because even though it was a good effort, it's hard not to feel disappointed, Mike, that they somehow weren't able to move the chains.
He gets this into the hands of Green. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker, and it sets up 4th down. On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. The Niners offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, They've punted twice, looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Now former college star over in East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
On second down, Russ. That's the Hall of Famer, Darrelle Revis. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Let's go now. Go.
Here's a run going left. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shaq.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
7.
Watch out.
To throw, here's Garoppolo. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in! Touchdown, Lions. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. So we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. Woo. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. On the move left.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Wilson. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Wilson to throw. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Here we go. Hot, hot.
Jimmy G going to throw it here on 1st down. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Down. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
Ready?
Here's 3rd and 2.
Ready? Set up.
We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Come on, set. Hawk 70, 79.
Watch the back on this play. Watch the back on this play.
Jimmy to throw. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Niners offense ready to get back at it. They trail here late, hoping to put something, anything on the board before they get out of here. Going to start this drive, 1st and 10. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. 2nd down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. This is 3rd and 6. He's going to air this one out. Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time and
into space. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here we go. One final play. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. So it's a win here for the Lions. And this was as good as it gets all 3 phases of the game.